Some mirrors don't just reflect, they remember. We didn't know that when we booked the cabin. Just me and Aoife. No phones, no noise, just us. It was supposed to be a quiet weekend on the wild Donegal coast, the kind of place people go to disappear into nature. But the second we pulled up, the sky broke open. Sheets of rain slammed the car. Winds howled like something angry. Even before we stepped inside, I felt it, a presence. Watching, waiting. This story still haunts me. And if you're hearing this, maybe it's still not over. The cabin stood on a jagged cliff edge. Waves below crashing like distant thunder. It looked abandoned, like nature had tried to reclaim it and failed. Inside, cold stone walls, damp air, and a strange silence. It was hauntingly quiet. No Wi-Fi, no phone signal, just the sound of the storm, and a mirror, tall, warped, built into the wall, not hung, like it had grown there. Aoife didn't like it. She said it gave her chills, like it was watching her. She covered it with a thick wool blanket, but by morning, the blanket was on the floor. That night, I woke up freezing. The fire had gone out. Then I heard whispering. At first, I thought it was the storm, but the whispers were inside. Low, broken, like someone was talking through cracked glass. Aoife stood barefoot by the window, completely still. Her eyes, wide open. Her lips were moving, but it wasn't her voice I heard. It said, she waited, and he never came. She won't let him go this time. When I called her name, she turned. But something in her face had changed. For a second, just a flicker, I wasn't looking at Aoife. The next morning, she didn't remember it, brushed it off as a dream, but she was pale and quiet. Later that morning, I walked past the mirror and stopped. There was something behind me, a shape, a face, a woman, hollow-eyed, mouth open, not breathing. When I turned around, nothing was there, but the air around the mirror was ice cold. Aoife was staring at it again, and this time, she didn't look away when I called her. We found a locket tucked behind the mirror's frame, rusty, old. Inside, 2 photos. One, a man in an old Irish uniform. The other, a woman with lifeless eyes. Orla, Aoife read. Her name was carved inside. The second she said it aloud, the lights flickered. The fire died, and we both heard something, a soft gasp from behind the wall. That night, Aoife whispered in her sleep again. She waited, she murmured, waited for him. Then louder, she watched the window until her eyes dried. How could he leave her? Her body was asleep, but her reflection in the mirror wasn't. It was looking at me, smiling, and behind it, another figure, pale, blurred, arms reaching out. I found an old journal nailed shut beneath the hearth. Orla Keane, 1904. She'd stayed in the cabin with her fiancé. A storm hit, power cut out. He left to find help, but he never came back. Orla waited, 6 days, watching the window until her eyes dried from crying. When they found her, she was still sitting there, frozen, dead. Locals whispered that her grief, soaked into the mirror, that she still waits for the one who left her, in any face that looks like his. Aoife barely spoke after that. She'd sit in front of the mirror for hours, unmoving. Her lips moved, but made no sound. She stopped eating, stopped sleeping. I touched her once, and she recoiled. Her eyes rolled back, and a deep, broken voice whispered, "He said he'd return." I knew then. Orla wasn't haunting her. She was inside her. The next morning, Aoife was gone. No footprints, no open door, just the locket on the mirror shelf, and the photo inside changed. The man was gone, and it was a photo of me. I tried to leave. The front door wouldn't budge. Windows wouldn't shatter. The mirror began to warp. The glass rippled like water. My reflection began moving on its own. It smiled at me, but my own face stayed frozen in fear. Then it spoke, in my voice. She's gone now, just us again. I don't know how I escaped. 1 second I was there. The next, I was in the car, soaked in sea spray and blood that wasn't mine. Aoife was never found, and the cabin, still there, still rentable, but some guests never leave. Orla didn't want Aoife. She wanted me, and when she couldn't keep me, she stayed in the mirror, watching, smiling, waiting. If you ever find yourself on the wild coast of Donegal, and you see a cabin like this one, don't go inside. And if you do, don't say her name. Orla's still waiting. And this time, she might not let you leave. Tell me, would you look in the mirror? If you want more, like, subscribe, and stay safe.